All right. Officially, we're starting. We're in February and our last February Habits of Health Happy Hour. We call this, Phyllis. So welcome. I'm glad you
Thank
got
you.
to be with us today. Habits of Health Happy Hour, and we are all in Optimal Health University, right? We are
Yes.
all learning to live a healthy lifestyle and make it stick and keep it that way, right? In real life, right?
Yes.
So,
Yes.
lifestyles in real life. And that is what we're dealing with. And don't you sometimes, like Dave, I love it when Dave Blanchard says, don't you feel like sometimes you're going to look up and the bird of paradise is just going to poop on your head? I
I
love,
think it has.
like there's the bird of paradise and they've said it, and you're supposed to have this great life. And then does anyone feel like they just keep getting pooped on?
Sometimes, yeah.
Once or twice, just once or twice.
But we're learning how to overcome the have to, should, need to attitude, right? With Dave, and we're going to who raise your hand if you caught yourself saying, I get to, I want to, I choose to.
Oh,
Have you been
yes.
catching yourself in the
Yes.
good?
Yes.
I've been catching
I
myself too.
yes.
Phyllis will learn this as she'll learn this as we go along, but everyone give yourself a nice big hug. It's still Heart Month, Healthy Heart Month, right?
Yes.
Make sure to love yourself enough to stop, slow down, breathe, right? Regulate that nervous system. Phyllis will be learning this. Give yourselves a high five for being here. A high 10 for Phyllis being here for the first time. She just got her kid order. And I'm going to give double 10 to Mary because Mary shared her takeaway from our Habit Finder exam or evaluation on her Facebook page. And Phyllis saw it. And Phyllis is like, hello, sign me up. I'm excited to get doing something different here. So that was a huge win. So congratulations, Phyllis, for jumping on in because that tells us something about you. And that means you're ready to take on your life. So very excited about that. And we love our players, don't we, girls? The players, they show up. Then they just keep showing up, good or bad,
Yes.
right, Betty?
Yeah.
You bet. Can't even get
Players,
rid of us. You can't get rid of us.
players just keep showing up, and you'll eventually win if you show up at the practice. So
Yes.
remember, take a time to breathe. And to get regulated before you make your decisions. I think remember this regulation exercise where you follow your fingers. Do you guys remember that one? You make a
Yes.
figure eight and follow. That one really works for me, and I like to visualize that infinity means that nothing is ever gone or missing. It's like an infinity symbol. It's always coming and going, right? There's abundant, everything is abundance, nothing is missing. I love that one. So that one's
Yes.
cool. And then the other one that Margot's chiropractor taught me was to hold your fingers straight and to regulate it and then move your head and keep your eyes on your fingers. So try this. This is this is really interesting. Keep your eyes on your fingers, but move your head side to side real slowly. And that will also down regulate your brain and get you calm enough to make a good decision. So
Yeah, I like that.
that's another little nervous system calming technique. So you can go right to left, yes, yes and no, or you can go yes and no. Okay? Yes, or you can go no. And then the point is you just keep your eyes fixed on the tips of your fingers and you slowly go up and down. And it'll re-scramble your brain and it'll
Mm.
calm your amygdala down. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Another
Yes, it
little
does.
Another little trick to use in the moment, right? When you're have to, should to, blah blah blah, right? Try to get yourself. We are optimists here in this room. We are optimists. We are. What does that mean? Op. What do you guys know what it means? It's optimist plus activist.
Yes, that's what it is. Yeah.
Optimist plus activist. You guys are my tribe. One step at a time. We're living beautiful lives. And now we have Phyllis as part of the tribe as well. We're surrounding ourselves with everybody who gets it. We all get each other at a cellular level, and we are learning and growing one day at a time. We're working on self-love. Remember, not just in Heart Month, but in every month. So, anybody got a part they're working on specifically that you want to shout out? Boundaries, self-care, inner voice. We're all working on that inner voice, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
I've been working with Kate a lot, and so with the tapping and stuff like that, and so just working on different things. But one thing that really happened with that is I've got this. It's but look at see I'm raising my shoulder a little bit, and working with her. We're taking care of something that happened when I was 4 years. That's 73 years ago, and she's talking, and I said the pain's disappeared, and she said she kept talking. I said the pain has disappeared. She was asking me questions, and so I it's a true miracle, but these things work, and because of this, you can go on. Because of that, I've gotten hundreds of little jobs done. These boxes are going. I've taken trash out the door. In
Oh,
order again. It's getting in order one little bit at a time. And welcome, Phyllis. You come with your good news, but you come when you're crying and down too, and you get uplifted. It's just welcome. I'm glad you're here, hon. I'm glad you're
oh,
here.
so great. This is so great. Just a quick, Phyllis is brand new at this, but we're trying to get our habits of disease, this messy circle, Phyllis, all circled, all round and whole. We're trying to
Yeah,
become whole again and come home to ourselves and get all of our macro habits in the bucket or in the jar, so to speak,
yeah,
and get it all together. So we have a structure and a strategy, which you'll be learning about very soon. And but what we do in this group, and once you get your book and workbook, it'll all make sense. But we're doing in this group is just really
yeah,
coming and celebrating wins and for the
yeah,
week, or wow moments, wins of the week with a non-scale victories. So NSVs, non-scale victories and wins of the week. And then we also have learns of the week. So when we fall short, we skin our knees. What's our learn of the week? What's our win of the week? We're sharing and supporting each other along the way. We're also talking about the Monday night community call. This week was on element 24, so way at the other end of the book. So not everyone's gotten that far yet.
yeah.
It's a big topic about which your levels of consciousness.
Yeah,
So it's
there's
important,
4 of them. Yeah,
or
4.
levels of consciousness, and it's important to know where you are and what level you're on. So it's a good one to just kind of skip forward to in the big picture. So we're going to talk about that, and then a couple just announcements I'll make, and then we'll go round robin here. The David and our gang in Optimal Life has started a walking challenge, and they are going to start March 1st. And Phyllis, high five, she already signed up, and we got and so
Good for you.
right, and Roxy and Kathy and Sharon and all the girls, all the players are already signed up, and Cindy, and yeah, everybody is in Marisol. I saw her on the list. So, you know what? It's just something to help focus, right? Keep us focused on that healthy habit of movement. There won't be any prizes or any belt, no entering scores or anything like that. You'll get a tracker. So it's not going to be like the one we just did with the big prize money and all that. That will be in May. So April 1st, we're going to start registering for the new Brain Body Challenge, which will be May 1st. So put this on your calendar. So April 1, we're going to get ready for the next Brain Body Challenge with all the videos and the daily things. So that'll be fun. So that's just an advance here. There is a Spring into Health, March into Optimal Health sale going on. Phyllis just took advantage of it. So if you have friends or family who want to try to make a small baby step. They've got that big sale going on for your friends and family. So, and then double bonus bucks the last 3 days of the month. So if you refer someone, you're going to get double bonus as well. So, that's just another little announcement as an aside. If you have anyone sitting on the fence, kind of voyeuring our group or looking at what you're doing. Anybody have someone looking at you, watching to see if you're doing it, if you're making it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
Yes, we do.
You have the looky-loos and they're waiting to see, are you doing this thing? And are you failing? Are you actually doing this?
Yeah.
So those are the people that we can keep invite them to our group here, right? Because they can live in, they can learn right along with us. And if you have been doing the Dave Blanchard work, please send me your testimonial, what you're getting out of it, why you like it, what difference has it made in your life, because I'm going to try to start posting those to share. That's how Phyllis came. Mary shared her testimonial, and I think people need to hear that there's freedom from their insanity,
Yeah.
in your words and not mine. You know what I mean? Like, everybody I talk to is free from insanity. Get ready for Cindy's testimonial. She's going to put it in Optimal Life. You guys, ever since David called her out on the mat with her she needs a bigger why, she needs a bigger purpose for life, she is on top of it. She's got her business running, her business plan, she's already in action. She feels great. She's lost weight. I mean, it was like you hit her on the head with a 2x4. It, like, her testimonial is so phenomenal. So she's going to post that. And then Sharon is not here today. She's traveling with her husband, but she did send some takeaways from Monday night, which if we have time, I'll share her takeaways from Monday night. She gave her
And
2 cents. Yeah.
I
Go ahead.
watched it too. So
Good.
I
So
had
you
some,
have,
I have some notes. I have some notes too.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let's start with you, Betty. So those are my little announcements. So Sharon, she said she could not sleep last night, by the way. She went to Monday night, level of consciousness.
Yeah.
Then she went to Tuesday night. She went to that next debrief again, and she couldn't sleep. She had so many ideas and wants to talk to so many people, and she could not sleep. And she's going to make hats. She's going to make hats that say joy in the journey, and she's going to make us all hats. Like, she is nuts. She's so funny. I love it. So tell me, Betty, let's start with you. What'd you get from Monday night, and what were your notes? And what was your wins of the week you shared? You're getting your
Yeah.
cleaning up. You're getting things moving. Your shoulder pain's better.
Yes, it's doing much. In fact, and I saw Dr. Michelle yesterday, and she was amazed at how much it was moving. And all it was is getting an old piece of garbage, digging down in that pail, getting rid of an old piece of garbage that's been around for 73 years because it was a 4-year-old occurrence. Believe you me, you just keep working because every day gets better. Every day it gets better and
Realize
better.
how powerful that is, what she just said. Our body holds on to all the emotions
Yeah.
that we are getting. It's stuck in here.
Yeah. Yeah.
And physically, we feel it in our body, and you might feel it in your shoulder. Yvonne might feel it in her back. I have mine is on my left back. When I know I'm in trouble, my left back, or it's my gut, right? So you have our spot where we hold our stuff, right? So
Yeah.
listen to your body because it's telling you something is emotionally going on. Okay. So thank you for sharing that, Betty. Tell me what you got out of Monday night.
Okay. I was really the one thing that I really wanted to say what he was talking about, that when he said creator and creation and the stuff, that we want to be the creator, but then now it's better for the creation. And he gave 3. He said, like Elvis did 110 songs, 40 were hits, which is only 5.6% success. But the thing is, we shouldn't be looking at what I did, but is what it came up. Picasso had 1,885 different paintings. Only 30 of them were considered a success or classic, which is only a 1.5% of being a winner, and Edison, he did 1,093 patents. He had one. We're remembering him for the light bulb, which is in 0.09%. the thing is that we want to look at what we're doing and going on, not at me. And the first one, it said, I'm in the ego. It's me. And the guy he had a baby, but he didn't want anyone to see his love handle. So he picked up another baby. We're in the,
Yeah.
it's me. And he's got two babies there to hide his love handles. And then as you move on, it's more about the other person. What can you give for it was really good. And if you go back and listen to it, if you have a chance to, because there was just so much there. And the story about his daughter driving was priceless. I'm not going to
Right.
tell you the story, but it was the goodness of his heart. And you can all see the father of a daughter who drives through the garage. The wrath, you can imagine that. Because of this program, the wrath wasn't there, and the beauty that he built, the love between him and his daughter. And he said, you know what? It was 6 figures. The insurance took care of everything. So he could have destroyed his daughter at 15. He chose not to. Listen to it just for that story alone. That story alone is just beautiful.
I
Beautiful.
know. Oh,
And
so the first moral of the story was you're gonna fail a million times and put out a million, but you're gonna be successful 1% or 5% of the time, and it's still gonna be good, right?
exactly. Yes.
That was kind of the point with that. You're gonna fail a lot more than you are gonna succeed, but those successes will add up and be accumulatively powerful and leave a legacy.
Yeah. And in each one of them, they kept going down the, I write a song. It's not a hit, but I write another song. I don't stop. Or the one where they say, you got a flat tire and you don't
Yeah.
just pull off the road. You change the tire and keep going.
Yep,
You-
change the tire and keep going.
And and
Mhm.
so and so that's what I got from them, that they produced and they kept producing. And it's like, okay, I get up, I plan my meals for the day, 3 or 4 days. I'm not going to stop just because on day 5, whoops, the Pringles were there and I grabbed a handful. You know what? You continue from then on.
Mhm.
Keep going. You don't just let you just don't stop there. And so, yeah, it was really good. It was really good. So,
I don't know, Betty, what you think, but the point of element 24 is later in the book. So typically we don't get there, Phyllis, in the beginning. This is high level stuff for you. It takes a while to get to the end of the book, but you want to actually know what phase you're in. And Sarah and Yvonne, I talked to your sister today about what phase she's in. Number one, we're in it for ourselves. We just want to lose some weight. We just want to look less disgusting. I just wanted to learn how to eat without dieting, right? We're in it for
Mhm.
ourselves.
Mhm.
Want to, I'm in it to win it for me. Like, I don't care about you. I don't want to coach anybody because I just need to it's all about me, right? That's level one. Level
yeah.
two is I'm taking responsibility for me. Oh, it's not someone else's fault. I can actually have is taking your power back, right?
Yeah.
It's like it's learning that you can take responsibility. I love how they really kind of distill these
Yes.
things down. So you're taking responsibility, you're taking your power back, you're taking responsibility for your own life because no one's coming to save you. Level 3 is letting go of your crap, letting go of all the baggage all that stuff we're thinking, all the stinking thinking and all the dysfunction and all the codependency, right, Margot? All that codependent, narcissistic, like behavioral relationship crap. Like you're at this place where you're like, I'm done with this crap. Like I am so done with me and this crap. So that is the step where I call it stepping out of the drama triangle. That's the part where you get that there's a drama triangle and you're gonna flip the script and you're gonna go, I want to live in this one up here. I am done with this one down here. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
For me, that was like aha moment, flip the script. I am no longer living that way. And you make that decision. And then the last one was, I love this one, living a life of service. When you're not
Yes.
about you at all anymore, you're actually living your life in service to others. And it's the unselfish level of consciousness. And it's the where step level one is selfish. And then all the way to level 4 is the unselfish, right, level. And I'm like, wow, that was such a great, they did these two men, they're men,
Yes.
right? They're men, and that was blows my mind. But JC is a chiropractor, and he's a very self-actualized chiro. He's an amazing healer. He has changed his whole personality. I've known him forever. And Jared, he is a huge athlete and he's a very wise soul. I've met them both. I've met him too. But anyway, they did a bang up, like completely out of the park job. So didn't okay. Does that yeah, so I love the summary. I love the summary because then you can see where am I? Yep, I'm still in the selfish phase. It's okay to be in the selfish phase. Talk to, Yvonne, Yvonne's sister, and she's like in phase 2 and phase 3. She's like, I don't know if I'm ever gonna go to phase 4. I don't want to be selfless. I'm like, that's okay, right? We're all a part this is a part of the journey. So I'll stop talking now. Who else was it? Margot, you saw Monday? Did you have
Yeah,
notes?
yeah, yeah. And I agree with Betty with so many of the things she said. And the one that caught me real quick is we always talk about stop, challenge, and choose, but they were talking about start, stop, and continue.
Yes.
And how you start it with one idea in mind, like, okay, I'm going to lose weight. This is a diet. And it's nothing about what it's about. And then you reach a point where you realize there's more. So you stop and you reevaluate it and you go, okay, I'm losing weight. That's good. But I'm gaining all these other things that I never expected. And then you continue on the journey, and the losing weight just becomes a part of it, but a small part of it, because the big part of it is your life transformation and ending up in the level of service. And then, when he ended up like with the story about his daughter, how easy it is when your children do something wrong, good, bad, or indifferent, whatever, the parents' tendency to call them out, to yell at them, to punish them, to whatever, as opposed to say, it's a moment in life. Let's learn from it. Let's move on from it. And it had to have made a total difference.
What happened? Crap happens.
Yeah. And it had to have made a difference in her life moving forward, because Dad was not judgmental. She was blaming herself. He wasn't blaming her. And how we look at things and how we consider things and getting past our egos. And he kept going back to the ego is the start of it.
He said Sharon's note was things can't be replaced. Relationships.
Yes.
Things can be replaced, but relationships can't. That was
It's hard.
Right. And the other one that I liked was when he had the quote about a healthy body supports a healthy mind.
Yes.
Yes.
And how true that is. And I'm currently living proof of that. If you are not healthy in your body, what your mind does to you is insane. And you've got to get the body back in alignment so you can get your life back in alignment.
Yeah, remember Margot admitted to her head being in the toilet last week after her hospitalization?
Yes.
Yeah, I was not Margot for probably 3 weeks. I lost myself completely. And coming back from that, I realized how much of who I was before that. And that's what I need to get back to. I need to get back to me. And I feel that coming. But
Elephant. What'd she say?
yeah, I will. Yeah.
You choose to, yes.
I choose to. I will
Yes.
too. I want to. I choose to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elephant. Yep. Margot, you're already back. You're already
Yes.
back. You know what
Yes.
I love about Jared's part about that is that this is insurance. These books are relationship insurance
Yes.
because he could have destroyed that girl's.
Oh,
Yes,
absolutely.
he could have. He really could have.
Yeah.
And how many of our parents have done that to us, right?
Oh.
Now that we
Mhm.
know better, we do better, and we are ensuring that we have healthier relationships,
Yes.
which
Sweet.
which helps us have a healthier body and a healthier mind. So I love that relationship insurance thing. You just
Yes.
Yeah.
oh, so cool. So cool. Sharon
But
brought that out.
as Betty said, anybody who didn't see it should definitely go back and listen to
Yeah.
it because
That was.
it
That
had
was.
a lot of wonderful nuggets in it. And you, as you say, between two men
Yeah.
who were very open, very raw, very real,
Yeah.
and very honest with their journey.
So refreshing.
Yes, yes, absolutely,
Really is.
absolutely.
I want to. I'm hoping my husband gets to level 4 of consciousness soon because I'm tired of being patient with that. But I want one of those too. Can we trade?
Don't we all?
Right? Yeah. Tanya's like, I want one of those too.
Yeah,
I need a level 4 partner. Can I trade mine in?
Yes.
Margot had a win. Just a quick one, and then we got to go round robin. But what was the win you did? Who did you call this week for help to gain weight because you've lost too much weight?
oh, that was another thing. If anybody has issues with how they're doing the program, call nutrition. Whatever your question is about the food you're eating, how you're eating, what you should be eating, because I called them to say, I've lost a tremendous amount of weight and I don't need to. I was already where I wanted to be. And for me to turn around and lose another 20 pounds was horrible.
No.
And I am having a hard time gaining it back because I'm only allowed to eat soft foods. So
They
I'm
help.
very limited in my protein and everything else. And they were amazing and sent me great information on recipes and how to eat and when to eat and what to do. So and there was no point in there where they made me feel like I had done anything wrong.
Yeah,
All they were trying to do was help me make it right.
that's awesome.
Good.
That's awesome.
All
Good.
it was all positive. So
That's
again,
great.
when you have a question,
Use nutrition
call
support. Don't.
nutrition support. And as I told Dr. Amy, that was so great, is I was talking to one gal and we got into a conversation. She says, I have a coworker here that really knows more about that than I do. I'm going to put you on to her if you don't mind. I said, no. So she turned me over to this next gal who was also amazing. So it wasn't
Wonderful.
like they just took the issue, answered the questions, and said, have a nice day.
That's awesome.
They really got into it with me and
Wonderful.
That's awesome.
and made me feel like I was the only one they were dealing with. That was
Good.
all me.
Yvonne, Yvonne, we have to, in the interest of time, we have to let her share because she has a laundry list and she has a job to do. She has a positive, negative list for her fridge that she's doing, right? Tell us
Yes.
she has some great wins.
I'm like 2.5 months into the program, and I've had 2 major travels while I've started. So as a new person learning to totally eat better, and my goal is not so much the weight loss, but the health issues, to resolve health issues.
Good for you.
And I have supportive friends, but my greatest achievement was I went to Atlantic City for 4 days. And one of the journeys that we took was to go to a buffet. And I went with a group, and when they decided that we were gonna go to this buffet, because all of my friends are thin and they don't have to focus, they think, on how they eat. So what I did,
Think you said they think.
they think. So what I did is I got to the buffet. My old self would have said, I've spent $60, I'm gonna get $60 worth of eating done. But what my win was, I went into the buffet and I circled the whole setup, all the foods and all the desserts and all the drinks. Then I took my plate and went for my lean and green.
Good,
And I
good. That's wonderful.
probably, and I decided that the way the foods were prepared, I would to be full, because we were going to go gambling. To be full, I would fill up on the veggies because I couldn't weigh the protein.
Yeah.
So I would just have to eyeball the protein with the palm of my hand, and
Mhm.
everything else was vegetables. So my win was going through a buffet and not being concerned with getting my $60 worth of food.
Wow.
That's a big win.
Everybody.
Really?
That is.
I
I
hate,
know.
I
But-
hate that.
Sarah, too, you said something in that about your friends who were all thin and didn't need to worry about what they were eating. And that is
Uh-huh.
so untrue,
Yeah.
They think they don't.
because
do it.
I was relatively healthy before I had my crash.
Mhm.
And it doesn't mean you always need to eat healthy to have good nutrition. And so many people look good from the outside, but you don't know what's going on the inside. And neither do they if they don't watch it, pay attention to it, and look out for it. So you're ahead of the game because you know
Yes.
you should
Yes,
be.
you are. You
Get
are.
this,
And they just think they're healthy.
right?
You're
That
working on being healthy.
that's exactly. You think you can think you're healthy all day long and have a heart attack tomorrow, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Mhm.
listen to this. Level 2, page 20 of level 2 of element 24. It says, discomfort is the price of a meaningful life.
Mm.
Wow.
Right.
Wow.
Life. And Yvonne, you sacrificed the $60. You weren't going to sacrifice the $60 for your health. Nope, wasn't worth the price.
Right.
Wasn't worth the price.
Yeah.
Right?
And
You
no
wanna-
agita.
The
No
60
agita.
bucks, the $60 was for fellowship and fun and you know and you know social being there, right? But you weren't going to sacrifice that price, which I hate, right? That's why you want to overeat at a buffet, because you want to get your money's worth. But you made it. That was discomfortable not to eat your money's worth,
Mhm.
right? Did it.
Yes.
You took your power back. So you're absolutely in this actualized phase, because you are taking your power back over the buffet, over the price, over the friends, over the travel. You are fully you're on, girl. Bravo.
Yeah.
Very good. Yes.
Bravo.
Yay.
We have you. Roxy, do you have to leave? Tanya, what's your win? Are you in the work? Marisol, do we have anyone have to go early?
I'm needing to go right now, actually.
Tell us your win. Your win is being here, girl. Woo woo.
Yes.
My win is being here. My win
Show
is
up.
being on the win call this morning. My win is being
Yes.
on the win call Monday night. I've
Yes.
been on everything. And now that the weather's nice, I'm going to start walking.
Good for you. Good for you.
Yay.
Tanya
Look
makes
at
me
you
cry,
coming.
man. She has, like, someone ripped the Band-Aid off, and she is she's in everything. She's everywhere. She's doing everything. I'm so proud of her.
And Dave Blanchard tomorrow night.
What have you gotten out of that so far? What was your big takeaway from you were vulnerable, you let him talk to you directly, you put yourself out there. What did you get out of that?
Um, Lots of stuff. I've been doing what he has asked, and except that I haven't watched his video on YouTube yet. I need to do that. It's the things that he has asked are very powerful, and he's right. It works. It's it's just it blows my mind just to take those little itty bitty steps to move forward in the journey and make it go your way. And
Get out of your own way.
I'm glad that I put myself out there because it's well worth it.
Yeah. Feel the fear and just put yourself out there because he
Yep.
will gently, he takes his little soft clown hammer and wallops you on the head.
Yeah.
It's Tanya, you just keep going, girl. We just show up and we
Yep.
just keep doing the do. Keep
Yeah.
doing one at a time. Show up to the calls, show up to the everything. Just keep showing up. Yep. You're doing great.
That's what I'm doing.
I love you and I appreciate your leadership and thank you for sharing and definitely write down what you're getting to kind of anchor it in your soul. Like, okay, here's what I'm learning now. Like make sure you get it written, share it in Optimal Life, share it with me. Let's just make sure you
Yeah.
anchor it in your soul. Okay. Love you. Love you.
Yep.
Love you.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks.
Gorgeous day over there.
Have a great day. Marisol,
You
do
too.
we have,
Bye.
bye, honey.
Bye.
Can you, Marisol?
What was that? I'm here.
Yeah. So Marisol texted me the other day, a win. And didn't you? You texted me, right?
Yes, I have been making it a goal to walk between 9 to 10,000 steps every day, because I couldn't do that before. But that is a win. But I also have realized, and I will take that as a win, I had hit a wall and I hadn't realized why. And by listening to the Monday meeting and the webinar and the Dave Blanchard, and it's like I went back to thinking and helping everybody else, my mom, everyone else, and forgot me because I hit a wall because I hadn't lost any weight. I'm like, why? I'm walking, I'm doing all this stuff. And I'm like, because my mind isn't focused on what I'm doing. And so, but as I was listening to Monday and what the other ladies brought out, that I thought, man, I'm just failing at this. But I did like the A-Rod example, going up to bat. Don't be afraid to fail. Just
Yeah.
you have to get up to bat. You have to keep getting up and you have to keep doing it and to realize what is happening around you. And so I realized that I keep worrying about everyone else, what they need, and not me. And so I'm getting refocused. And like I said, I've been doing my walking, so I'm excited for the walking challenge, to keep me focused on that and get back and making sure that I am weighing everything and I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. And I have family visiting and they keep bringing food. And I found myself a couple of times mindlessly just eating something because I was hungry, not paying attention. And I was like, wow, until one of my family members says, you don't eat this, right? And I'm like, oh my God, no, I don't.
I tell
So
ya.
I don't know who was Amy that you said that the looky-loos people are watching. I'm
Yep.
like, they are watching. They are seeing what I
Okay.
eat. And so I got one of my uncles saying, no, I'm not going to eat that because it's not healthy. And I'm like, what? And because I took him out to eat yesterday, but to get veggies and grilled food, healthy, how to eat healthier. And he was like, okay, I'm not eating this over here because that's not healthy. I'm going to eat this. I'm like, oh my gosh, we don't realize the impact we can have on people. We
Yep.
don't even realize it.
Yeah.
So that
Mhm.
has helped me again to think of my why. It's like I think I texted that to you, Amy, yesterday.
Yep.
Remembering my why I'm doing this. I'm healthier. I can walk.
Our behavior
Yeah.
imitates. People watch us and they will imitate eventually.
Yes. So, but again, the walking is a huge win for me because I could not get 10 feet without having to stop and because I couldn't breathe.
Wow.
So the
Wow.
ability to,
Good.
when I started listening, I remembered about today at 12, I was walking my dogs and I'm walking them, they're pulling me. It's like not an issue. I'm listening. I'm like, wow, thank God that I am able to do this. So I have to keep remembering my why to keep getting healthier and to
Girl,
keep
okay.
remembering the purpose.
I want you sharing that in the Optimal Life group. I couldn't walk
Mm.
10 feet without dying,
Mhm.
and now I'm walking 9 to 10,000 steps. That is a non-scale victory. That is humongous, and I want you to share that in the group.
Okay.
That is huge. And that you realized she was aware, she stopped taking care of herself first and started putting everyone else first. That is huge, Marisol.
Yes.
Because there's
Yeah.
that scripture that says, love your neighbor as yourself.
Yeah.
That means you can't love your neighbor till
If
you
you
love
don't love
yourself
yourself.
because you're just right. It does mean that,
Mhm.
you guys.
Mhm.
God doesn't say sacrifice your life and kill yourself for everyone else. That's not what that says. And as you give, so you shall receive, but as you receive, so you shall give. That law of reciprocity that Jared talked about, right? If you love something, you give it away. You share, you tell people what you've learned. You know what I'm saying? Like you
Mhm.
tell people what you're learning, how you're growing, how it's making a difference. It's like, it's the symbol, right? It's the infinity symbol,
Yes.
right? Just give it away. You get it and give it, get it and give it.
It's funny because I have family here and my husband was going to go out to pick up some food. And he's like, I'm going to go get some Chinese or whatever. And he was like, I'm going to bring this to you, whatever. And I stopped him before he walked out the door and I said, no, don't get me that. And then he turned around and he comes over and looks down and sees your face, Amy. And it's like, oh, I'm like, you just wanted to bring me Chinese. He goes, oh no, you're listening to that, right? It's like you don't. He goes, you can't. No, you don't eat that. And I said, yes. And my uncle was listening out the window and he laughed. He's like, no, she eats vegetables. So they're listening to the group, to what I'm listening to. And it's like, I told him, this is why I listened to it because it puts me back on track, which is why I listen to the Mondays webinars and I listen to Dave Blanchard because it puts me back where I need to be. That because if not, we forget ourselves.
Yeah.
Girlfriend, you just made my day. And
Good.
you know what? I heard this comes to mind and I didn't think of it. My parents were arguing in the kitchen. I stayed over there for a couple days. They were arguing in the kitchen about she won't eat that. Yes, she will. She will we won't we don't need to have that because she won't eat that. We will she doesn't eat that. They were talking about what to have or not to have because they knew I wouldn't eat it.
Which is good because it's funny. But when I hear my husband talking like that to somebody else and he says, no, she doesn't eat that. And he'll
Yay.
yell over from the kitchen at me and says, you can't have that. And I said, no, I don't have that. He goes, you don't have that. Like, you don't have that. And I'm like, well, thank you. Thank you for reminding me too. I don't eat that. So, but it's funny
Yeah.
that he doesn't like it sometimes because he wants me to eat with him, but he doesn't eat healthy.
No.
But he'll remember, he's like, yes, you don't eat that. And I
Hey,
said, yes,
walking
thank you.
10,000 steps is what the price that you've paid is. That's the price you paid to walk 10,000 steps instead of 10 feet, right? That's your price you paid.
Yes. And
Yeah.
it's well worth it. Well worth it.
Well worth it's well worth it. Your insurance, your health and life insurance, isn't it? It's your health and life insurance.
Yes. If I can
Right?
mention another win real quick.
In these books
I
that are
was
coming at you, Phyllis, life insurance. Go ahead.
I was talking to a friend and I was telling her I was so tired because my uncle was finishing up on my porch. And I'm like, I'm so tired. And she says, why? I'm like, because I'm outside helping my uncle work on my porch. And I go, but I'm so exhausted. And she's like, she starts clapping like you did. And she goes, but remember, you couldn't do it before. You couldn't even do anything. He's like,
Yay.
and you're out there helping him work on there. And I'm like, wow, true, true. I wouldn't even have dared to go out there and do anything. So I'm like, I was so excited. I was like, wow, this is why I can't give up and I
Now
need to continue.
You know why you get to keep going. Elephant,
Yeah.
elephant. You get to keep going. You
Yes,
get to keep going.
I get to keep going.
Oh, you guys, round of applause for Marisol. Woo! And Sarah and Betty, everybody. Oh, but Betty, bless your heart for the testimonial you sent for me for coaching. I posted it the other day on my Facebook. Bless your heart. You made my whole year. Roxy, I want to make sure to hear from Roxy. Look at gorgeous Roxy in her pink.
I know.
Lady in pink today.
Look
Tell me
And
your
gorgeous.
Hermosa
wins and your
mujer.
learns, girl.
Thank you. I can say my non-scale victories because I mean I wasn't really paying attention too much on losing weight. Because I don't know, I was trying to bake something healthy, and in my trying, I gained 2 pounds. But I mean, I'm not worried about it because I'm really lifting weights. So, and this time, in this snow season, I fell 5 times in the ice. So I was trying like, okay, while I was sore, I couldn't exercise a lot. But I said, but now every time when I was there, I was like, I mean, it really helped me that I'm healthy and not really, in worse situation.
Right. If you are not healthy and you fell, it might be bad.
Yes, I found a girl in the gym that she said she fell one time and she broke her ankle but she was there. So I make an interview with her. I said, like, can I just ask you and put you in my Facebook? And she said yes. So I did that. So I felt really good because that day I was dragging myself to just go to the gym because I was here feeling like, oh, I'm sore and nothing works. I don't want to work out, but then I did it, and then I found this girl, and I was like, oh, okay, you make my day.
You flipped. You flipped from drama, pity party, victim to
Ah,
right
Yes, yes.
empowerment,
Good.
And
coach.
this month, I mean, that's where I said I'm not too worried about these 2 pounds because I said I know it's doing. I mean, I'm not getting bigger,
Yeah,
but I said, I mean, I'm eating more on purpose, and I'm eating
on
a
purpose.
little bit more protein. And I says like, well, I have to really, work serious this time because I always go and always, I mean, just try to have fun. I like the exercise, but I never really push myself a little extra. So I said this time I'm gonna add a little bit more weight, and because I always go and do the same weight, never push myself. And I was like, oh, it's too hard. Okay, leave it and go back. So now,
Oh, Jared talked about that Monday night. He said you don't progress if you don't progressively push.
yes.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, okay, I'm focused again, and
Yeah.
I'm doing it this time, and then I'm probably a bit trying so many times, but that's fine.
If you think about it, Roxy, it applies to everything. If we don't push a little harder past our comfort zone, right? If you get out of your comfort zone, you have to get out of your comfort zone to grow and learn. Right here in the book.
Exactly.
Discomfort is the price of a meaningful life. You have to get uncomfortable. Doesn't matter if it's in the gym, doesn't matter if it's in the kitchen or in your mind, like Betty's working on really hard. You've got to get uncomfortable. You have to be willing to be uncomfortable to grow.
Yes, because sometimes, like this morning, I went with a group of friends to grab a coffee, and we entered this place and I just had a chocolate bar. That's all, and I was dying for a coffee. So I went there, and everybody, this big muffins, look so delicious, and I walked like to looking all of them, and I was like, and then this question comes to my mind: what do you really want? And I said, I just want to feel warm, and I said, like, I probably should only get the coffee.
Yeah.
And that's what I did, but everybody got this. So
Good.
yeah, one of my friends gave me a piece and I was so surprised that like I just have a little bit. I felt
Mhm.
good. And I was like, wow, and they were so big and expensive, of course, because probably $5. And I was like, wow. And I mean, I was satisfied about it. And I was so
Mhm.
proud. So like, I did it. I did it. Even everybody has this big muffins. And I was like, wow,
Yes.
can't believe it. So yeah, I was so feeling so good.
So you know what? You know what?
Proud
I
of you.
challenge you guys next time you're in front of a pastry case is to pay to ask yourself, what's the price? Okay.
Mhm.
It might be $5 for that cookie. I'm not paying $5, right? That's ridiculous. Or it could be calculate in your brain. How many calories is that? How many grams of fat is that? How many grams of carbs is it? Is that worth the price that I'm going to pay
Yeah,
by
I was
eating
so
it?
surprised. Like the store didn't have anything saying how many calories. But I thought like probably there are more than 600 because they
Oh,
were,
yeah.
and they have a lot of
Yeah.
things on them. And I was like, I don't think this is good.
No, you
But I was
calculate.
so tempted.
You
You have to make
calculate you
calculate.
absolutely have to calculate the cost and the price. Is it worth the discomfort you're gonna feel tomorrow when you wake up and you've eaten that thing and right? And or right, you know what I'm saying? It's not, is it, that becomes the conversation. You might say, yeah, it's worth the price. Okay, fine, do it. You choose it. But you think about what's the cost, right?
Yeah,
And that is the win right there.
And
yeah.
Thinking about what's the
look at
cost.
her 2 pounds too. Now she's been lifting weight, and sometimes when you lift weights, you put on pounds.
Mhm.
Now, lifting a muffin is lifting weights too. It's to from here
Yeah.
to off, and it goes to your waist. And so, but the 2 pounds from that muffin are completely different than the 2 pounds from lifting the weights.
Mm,
And so, what are the healthy 2 pounds?
Yep.
And what are the not so healthy? So, you have 2 healthy pounds from lifting weights and
Yep.
walking and doing things like that, going to the gym. It's much better.
Yep.
Very good.
Absolutely.
Muy bien,
Absolutely.
muy bien.
Thank
Yeah.
you. And also, I've been learning a lot because I'm sharing a tip for the health this month every day. And I feel like a doctor. And I'm so like appreciated of our heart. And I didn't know all these things about heart. And that's my big win of the month because I really didn't know all these things happening to our heart.
Mhm.
And I was like, I shared something about cholesterol, triglycerids. Yesterday, I talked about the broken heart and arteries, and I was like, oh my God, I didn't know this word. But then, I mean, I feel like, wow, I really appreciate how our God made us. I mean, like, wonderful.
Just
Yes.
keep learning and growing.
Yeah.
Learning and growing. Look
Yeah.
at you, Roxy. Yep. She's like, I can't coach anybody. I don't know anything. And right, look at where you are and the level of self-actualization, right? You're at the top. You're selflessly serving, girl. You're
Yeah.
selflessly serving.
Excelente, amiga.
Yeah.
Gracias, gracias. Thank you so much.
So you're selflessly serving. You're at the top. And you know what? Jared made a point. We don't always stay at one level. We sometimes, right?
And to go through
And
yeah.
you sometimes slip back and then you have to go, okay, but remember to flip the script. I told little Cliff's not here, but Cliff was having a big old pity party. I said, I just called him straight out and I just said, pity party, flip the script. And he immediately came back and was like, thank you, coach. I needed that, right? Flip it. So Phyllis, this is a little overwhelming for you. We're at time but I want to just give you a moment to just say if you learned or got anything out of today before we go.
Can you hear me okay?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Yeah, I enjoyed the encouragement about, don't give up, keep trying and, making good choices, that type of thing.
Good.
Awesome. Awesome. You're going to learn so much. Get ready.
Yeah. And keep coming back. Keep
Keep
coming
coming
back.
back. Keep showing up. You're going to learn so much more than you ever anticipated, right? Right, y'all? Yeah, it's just going to be We don't even know what we don't know. So we just keep showing up and we keep learning what we don't know.
You ready
So
for some inspiration?
yes, Margot's got her moments and then we'll close.
And
with it.
I will tell you, this is on my part, a little bit selfish when I found this, but I think it's appropriate for everybody because it's called healing. I am healing with every breath I take my body through. It is powerful and it knows how to heal itself. My body is a mirror of my inner thoughts and beliefs. I nourish it with good habits, healthy foods, and exercise. Healing is a personal choice and a commitment. It requires active participation, self-reflection, and a willingness to embrace change and the transformative power that it holds. Prioritize your self-care activities that support your physical, emotional, and mental well-being. Think about having a healthy meal. Take a walk, stretch, and calm your heart by breathing slowly and deeply, and continue always to heal.
That is gorgeous.
Yes, I like
I
that.
think you need to
are
send that.
healing.
That is, please send that. That was gorgeous.
Yes, beautiful.
Thank you.
You, Margot.
So
Okay.
have
Yeah.
a healthy heart month, the
Thank
last
you.
couple days of the month, and have a heart. Keep sharing and caring as you give and receive. Keep giving and receiving. Okay.
Okay.
And I look forward to helping all more friends and family. And I'm looking forward to seeing Phyllis's family change too. So have a
Love you guys.
wonderful, have a wonderful night. We'll
Bye-bye.
see you next week. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Be happy, healthy, and stay well.
Yes.